to love the little things. Jesus said in John the 14th chapter, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, that he believeth on me, the works that I do, greater works than these shall you also do." What has happened a lot of times is that people will want to do the greater things first. But you cannot do the greater things until you've first done the little things. If a man says, "I love God," and hate his brother, then he's a liar, for he loveth not his brother whom he hath seen every day. Then how can he love God who he never sees? What he's saying is first things first. Love what you can see on a daily basis. Then you can begin to love those things out there. In the meditation, we started out by saying with our appointment with God, we're going to love ourselves first before we start trying to love someone else. Now, this is just a little sidebar, a little side caveat. Some may appreciate this, some may like this. I don't know. But this is something that I had to learn for me, and I hope it will help someone else. I, as a person, cannot in any way, shape, form, or fashion love you if I don't love me. You ain't got a chance, a snowball's chance, of loving me if you don't love yourself. And when we really get down to the core of what love is, now I'm about to really go here. Love is something you can't even do with another person. Love is a personal, private thing between you and God. So let's work on this thing about loving the little things. And it's not that things are little, but loving the first things. The first thing that we're going to work on is loving ourselves. Now, I like the way Charles Fillmore puts this in The Revealing Word. The pure essence of being that binds together the whole human family. Love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it. Divine love is impersonal. It loves for the sake of loving and is not concerned with what or who it loves, nor with a return of love. Like the sun, its joy in the shining forth is its nature. Love is an inner quality that sees good everywhere and in everybody. There's an old blues song that says, "Love will make muddy water look clear." And that's the essence of pure love. Regardless what the appearance is to our natural eyes, when we see it with the individual spiritual eye, regardless how muddy the water is, we can still see the good in it. And by refusing to see anything but good, it causes the quality finally to appear in itself and in all things. So if we are going to love ourselves, what we do is by loving the little things. See, we cannot love the universe, we cannot love somebody else until we love ourselves. Love the little things about ourselves. See everything about ourselves as good and very good. See everything about ourselves. Everything. You know those 5 pounds you're trying to get rid of? Love, if you want to get rid of that weight, baby, love it away. See it as all good. Yes, yes, I love you, I love you, I love you. There was one exercise that we used to do a long time ago in class, and we're going to do this with everybody today, if you don't mind this. If you can and want to, stand, and we're going to love ourselves this way. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. 3 times. Come on, let's love ourselves. All right? Okay, ready? I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Again, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. This time, mean it. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Okay, now sit down. No, we're not going to start doing it. No. So it's about loving everything about ourselves, seeing it as good, and insisting that it's good. Whether there's hair there or not. Or there's hair in places where there used not to be hair in places. We begin to love those little things. Love is the great harmonizer and the healer. Whosoever calls on God as Holy Spirit for healing is calling on divine love. Divine love will bring you to your own, will adjust all misunderstandings, and make your life and affairs happy, healthy, harmonious, and free. Loving the little things. The next phase of loving the little things, and this one can be just as difficult as loving ourselves, is Jesus said to love your neighbor as yourself. Now, to be honest, the way some people love themselves, I would not want to be their neighbor. Because if they're going to love me like they love themselves, no thank you, I'll move. So how do you love your neighbor as yourself? As we said earlier, love sees good everywhere. When that neighbor takes his dog out for a walk, do I need to say anything more with that one? See good everywhere, regardless of the appearance. It is good and what? Very good. That neighbor decides to build a new garage and has not checked with the zoning ordinances first. And it's going to be built 8.5 inches onto your property line. In some places, that causes people to really fall out and not get along. You know what I'm talking about. But to love your neighbor, to love, the quality of love sees good everywhere and in everything. And not only that, it insists that it's all good.